Good afternoon. Welcome to the news on Planetradio 101.1 FM Uyo. I am Bright James. We begin from the presidential villa where President Muhammadu Buhari has sworn in 7 new ministers who have been screened and confirmed by the Senate. The swearing in at the Federal Executive Council FEC was done in 2 batches of 4 and 3 each. The first set was Henry Kechukwiko from Abia State, Umano Konomana, Akwa Ibom State, Udom Odi, River State, and Ademola Adewale from Ondo State. The second batch included Omar Ibrahim El Yakub from Kano State, Goodluck Nana Opia from Imo State, and Joseph Nkama of Ebonyi State. Before the swearing in, many silence was observed in honor of Mohammed Barakindo, the fourth Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC Secretary General, who died at the age of 63 yesterday. Recall that the Senate had last week received the list of 7 nominees from Buhari for consideration and confirmation as ministers. Reports say the new appointees will replace the ministers who resigned in May 2022 to pursue their political ambition. In the meantime, gunmen suspected to be bandits have allegedly attacked the convoy of President Muhammadu Buhari in Katsina State. The senior special assistant to the President of Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, confirmed this in a statement explained that a convoy of cars carrying the advanced team of security guards, as well as protocol and media officers ahead of the President's trip to Daura for Salah, came under attack near Dotsima in Katsina. The attackers, according to Shehu, opened fire on the convoy from ambush positions, but they were repelled by operatives of military, police, and the Department of State Services (DSS) accompanying the convoy. He stated that 2 persons in the convoy who sustained minor injuries were receiving treatment, while all other persons made it safely to Daura. The attack on the President's advance team is reportedly the latest in the series of criminal activities by the outlaws who have continued to terrorize communities in the northwest and parts of the north-central region of the country. On Wednesday last week, bandits invaded a mining site at Ajaka Aboki in Gurmana ward of Shiroro local government area of Niger State, where some persons were killed and others abducted. 13 policemen and civilians reportedly lost their lives to the incident, while 4 Chinese nationals were among the victims said to have been kidnapped. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Correctional Service (NCS) has confirmed that there was an attack on the custodial center in the Kuje Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory. In a statement by spokesperson Omar Abubakar, he said the armed squad of the service, in collaboration with other security agencies, responded to the attack. He, however, said calm had been returned to the area. Away from that, the federal government has announced the restructuring of 5 electricity distribution companies, also known as DISCOs, in the country. This was contained in a statement jointly signed by the executive chairman of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC), Sanusi Garba, and Director General of the Bureau of Public Enterprises (BPE), Alex Oko. According to them, the affected companies are Kanu Electricity Distribution Company, Ketco, Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, Benin Electricity Distribution Company, Kaduna Electric, and Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company. Now to politics. Well, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Pete Alaba, has opened up on his choice of running mate, saying he preferred a younger person as vice presidential candidate. The former Anambra State governor stated this during an interview, explained that he prefers a younger person who has something to offer to complement his ticket rather than recycling old hands who have been in the government before now. When asked if to clarify social media rumors that he had picked the Director of Publicity and Advocacy of Northern Elders Forum, Dr. Baraba Ahmed, as his vice presidential candidate, Obi noted that though consultations are ongoing, he was yet to pick a running mate. Back here, residents of Uyo Metropolis have decried the refuse dump at Uyo Village Road, describing it as an eyesore to the proposed Uyo capital city ambience. Speaking with Planet News, the people noted that the stench coming from the dump site is not only dangerous to health of residents, especially those living within the dump area, but also causing traffic congestion in the area. Thus, They called on the state government to direct relevant agencies to handle the menace. Recall that the Akwa Ibom state government had given a 48-hour marching order to all relevant authorities to ensure the evacuation of refuse along Uyo Village Road for free flow of vehicular and human traffic. The government's order was handed down by the Secretary to State Government, Dr. Emmanuel Ekuwem, when he undertook an inspection of the dump site along with all relevant government officials in the state environmental sector. Dr. Emmanuel Ekuwem said as part of remedial measures towards clearing up the menace of the dump site, an asphalt in-road should be created to enable trucks to drive about 50 meters from the road into the ravine where the refuse will be dumped to stop the damage effect of roadside dumping of refuse. You're listening to the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM Uyo. Let's take a breather and then bring more stories from our foreign, sports, and entertainment scenes. Do stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Now, on the foreign scene, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is reportedly fighting for political survival after two of his top ministers attacked his leadership and resigned. Reports say Chancellor Rishi Sunak and Health Secretary Sajid Javid quit within 10 minutes of each other, followed by a flurry of junior ministers and its new Chancellor Nadim Zahawi has urged his colleagues to unite and said Johnson was focused on delivery. But Johnson has been hit by further resignations as he prepares for Prime Minister's questions and grilling by senior members of Parliament later today. Additionally, Will Quince, who was sent out to defend number 10's appointment of Chris Pincher as Deputy Chief Whip, has resigned as an Education Minister. Meanwhile, Sevnox MP Laura Trott has also quit as a ministerial aide at the Transport Department, saying the government has lost trust. Now to sports, where the 2022 Women's European Championship will kick off today when host England take on Austria. Reports a record-breaking 500,000 tickets, twice as many as attended the previous Euros in the Netherlands in 2017, have been sold, with the final being staged at a sold-out Wembley on July 31st. England's opening game with Austria, which will be watched by 70,000 plus inside Old Trafford, is the first of 31 matches across 25 days. 16 teams, including debutants Northern Ireland and holders the Netherlands, will compete in the first Women's European Championship to be staged in England since 2005. We can't wait to get the ball rolling, said Nadine Kessler, UEFA Chief of Women's Football. Now on the entertainment scene, Barbadian singer Robin Fenty, aka Rihanna, has emerged the youngest self-made billionaire woman in the United States, having a worth of $1.4 billion. The 34-year-old singer graced Forbes' annual list of America's richest self-made women for the third year in a row. She ranked 21st overall and is the least only billionaire under the age of 40. Reports say some of Rihanna's $1.4 billion net worth is from her successful music career, while most of it is from her 3 retail companies. It's been the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM Uyo, but before we go, a recap of the major stories. In the news we told you, President Muhammadu Buhari has sworn in 7 new ministers who have been screened and confirmed by the Senate. We also brought to news that gunmen suspected to be bandits have allegedly attacked the convoy of President Muhammadu Buhari in Katsina State. The federal government has announced the restructuring of 5 electricity distribution companies, also known as discos, in the country. On the foreign scene, we told you that UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is reportedly fighting for political survival after 2 of his top ministers attacked his leadership and resigned. In sports, we reported that the 2022 Women's European Championship will kick off today when host England take on Austria. For comments and coverage of newsworthy events, call Anisha on 0812-770-2940. That is 0812-770-2940. Visit our website on planet101fm.ng. Follow us on Twitter at planet_101fm. You can also like our verified Facebook page at Planet101FM Uyo.